Open your mouth. Spread your legs. Clear. Let's go.
What up, you already know what it is, your boy Pistol Pete, welcome to That Dog in the Yard. Today we got Trap, you know what I'm saying, in the building. Trap been home 3 years, you know what I'm saying? He did 8 years, he's home. He had multiple run-ins with the law, in prison as well. You know, he did his thing and all that. His story is very interesting, you know what I mean? So with all that being said, let's get right to it, man. Dog in the Yard, man, Trap. You already know. What up? You already know what it is. Your boy Pistol Pete. Welcome to Dog in the Yard. And today we got Trap in the building. What up, Trap?
Peace, what's up, man?
What's happening, brother? Peace,
everything
man.
Good, man. Peace, God.
How's everything going, man?
Everything good, man.
That's what's up, man. So what's up, Trap? Where you from?
I'm from the South Bronx, from Cortland Ave,
You
Park
from Cortland Ave, Park Ave.
Yeah.
Okay, your whole life?
Yeah, my whole life. Been over there my whole life, you heard?
Okay.
Down there on the Trent side, up, down.
Okay.
Melrose Jackson's, Vietnam, you heard?
Tell me a little bit about your background. You raised with your both parents.
So yeah, actually, so my story a little different. I'm actually from across the street from the projects, from Melrose Avenue.
Okay.
You know, right there, y'all had the softball thing right there in PS 29.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from over there. So I had to make my way up the block. You know what I'm saying, to get in the projects, Melrose Jackson, everything was up the block. So on top of that, my pops was a cop. So when I came out the house, I had a little rougher than everybody else. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
now it was like, oh, he coming up here.
Yeah, what he doing up here?
What he doing up here? Let's see if he gonna tell. Let's jump him real quick. So I went through the stages, actually. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I got actually came earned from jump to fighting to.
You had to earn it because it was thrown in your face.
Yeah,
Basically.
it wasn't no choice. I'd be playing baseball, somebody come, let me get a swing real quick, try to take the bat. You understand what I'm saying? So it was like I was right on the outskirts, but I was in. I went to school with everybody, I went here with everybody, I went there. So I was kind of the one that I had two brothers.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? One of them, he kind of straight on the path. One of them in the feds right now doing 256 months.
Okay.
And me and him kind of went to the streets, but I'm the one that kind of went all the way in.
Right. At what age this was happening?
I say I started roughly like being bad, but around the streets at like 10, 11, like around that age, like
So,
bad. Like
so your moms and dad, they were together?
My mother and father was actually together. My
Okay.
mother was, at that time, my mother was like she was like a housewife more so, because she had came from Belize.
Okay.
So she didn't have all her paperwork and stuff like that straight. So she was in the house with us a lot. So probably like, and I was like 11, 12, like in 2000, and she started working. And my father was already working. So she would leave, and once she would leave, I wouldn't even go to school. It'd be like, all right, I'm
You
here.
go straight to the street.
I go straight to the street. You know what I'm saying? I go back to sleep.
So how your father felt about that shit? I mean, at one point, you have to face your parents and shit. What he felt about it? I mean, he was a cop.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to my pops, man.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna say that. I think everybody in the hood, everybody will say that, right? My pops, he was different. He wasn't really hood. He was more no nonsense. But in the beginning, right, he told me something. I asked him. I said, "Yo, why when I left school you ain't say nothing to me?" He like, I had a choice. I was the breadwinner. He was like, so either I was gonna cut my hours down and chase you down, or I was gonna do it and I was just gonna let you grow into a man a little bit early. So what he did was he kind of let me fend for myself. At one point, once I hit a certain age, teenage years, he stopped buying everything. He stopped doing everything. You in the streets, you getting your own money, that's what you doing?
Yeah, you on your own.
He was at work like 16 hours a day.
Yeah.
So it really wasn't much that, you know what I'm saying? He could really do. My mother was working till like 5, 6. By that time, it was already there.
You already outside?
Yeah, I was already knee deep. By 14, 15, I was knee deep in the field. You know what I'm saying? I was knee deep in. And so the relationship with my pops, it was good, but it was strained. You understand what I'm saying? But he went to bat. My pops actually got, he was under investigation. They had him on leave for all types of shit. I had got caught. I had a case. They was trying to say that something had got stolen out the evidence room. It was like all types of shit, allegations and stuff that got put on. He ended up getting over it.
Okay.
But he went through a lot. You understand what I'm saying? In the process of it, and he never stood down. He definitely stood behind his sons 100%. So shout out to him.
Hell yeah. So when you started to get in trouble and shit, I mean, your dad was to be like, yo, you know, like, he just let you go. And when you start going to jail, like,
so it was like,
how was that? I mean,
it was like the first time, it wasn't nothing. Something had happened. A couple of us got kept. I ain't get picked out in the lineup. I went home. It was like juvenile. Soon as I turned 16, I caught a gun charge 5 days later. Right?
Damn.
They like, yo, Pop's a cop. Boom. That was 04, September 11th. That was 6 days after I turned 16. I catch the gun charge. They R&R me. His father's a cop. He's a good kid. He come from a good background. They R&R me. Boom, right? I start going to jail for stupid shit after that. Back to back. The police fucking with us because we in and out the lobbies. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, a little dumb shit.
Then April 12th, 2005, I got locked up for a direct sale, drug sale.
Okay.
Right? They R&R me for that. Right? So I'm in the streets. I ain't been to the island, nothing yet. This is my pop. This is all on my pop's arm. His pop's a cop. Yo, he gets that and third. 17 days later, April 29th, they locked me up for a robbery. I ain't had nothing to do with it. It wasn't even a robbery. You know what I'm saying? I ended up getting 8 years for that. You know what I'm saying? That was the...
And you didn't do it?
No, I didn't have nothing to do with it. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? I didn't have nothing to do with it. It was me and my man got locked up for rest in peace Hood. You know what I'm saying? He passed away. He was legendary on my side, you heard.
Okay.
Had a big name in the streets and shit. But it wasn't even a robbery. You know what I'm saying? Nigga had took $100 from a kid that was selling weed. But I wasn't with him when he took it. He walked off with the kid.
Okay.
The kid came back and tried to talk to me. And I didn't know what was going on. He came over there with his uncle. I'm like, if you want to talk to me, come in. Hood wasn't saying nothing to me at the time. It was like regular, you know, this was 05. Yeah. This was like you in the streets, you might get dug in your pockets, anything might happen to you. So Hood is like on regular time, like not saying nothing. So I eventually got mad and I'm like, yo, if you're not gonna come to me to talk to me, get the fuck out of here if I smack the shit out you or something.
Yeah.
So he left, he acted like he was going to his building. He went around, went to the precinct and was like, yo, Trap and Hood robbed me. You know what I'm saying? So the police already knew my name when he went in there. Yo, Travis and Hood robbed me, my government. And the police rushed. I be tired of him. Locks me up. What the fuck I'm locked up for? I don't know what I'm locked up for. They won't tell me. They in the precinct like, you locked up for a robbery? Like, I'm not locked up for no fucking robbery. I get to the bookings, $25,000 bail. I was 16 at the time when I caught the case. So the whole hood know I ain't do this shit. Everybody know. Pops, police, everybody telling me, you know, it's so much we don't know about the system. Everybody telling me, yo, you good, man. Take it to trial, go, you gonna beat it. All I know in my head, I ain't really do it. So it's like...
Yeah, you really ain't got nothing to do with that shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But $25,000 bail, I go to the island. That's my first time on the island, you heard?
Okay, at 16.
So I catch this case, yeah. So it's my first time. I never been to the island, you heard?
So how was that trip going over the bridge and all that?
Yo, so before I even got there, I've been keeping 100 with you because I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know, the hood, it's gladiator school, it's the field, people under the barrel. I ain't never been in there, so now I'm like, I'm going. They $25,000 bill, you $20,000 bill, boom. So my co-defendant, he had already been there. So when we downstairs getting processed, he like, yo, listen. He like, when you go in there, just don't go for nothing. That's it, just go. He like, yo, listen, it's different. It's a different little world, you heard? He like, I'm telling you, you're gonna be good. Anybody say anything they not supposed to say, just go straight in their mouth, you heard? That's what's going on. So I'm like, I bet. Get on the bus, drive it over there. I'm like, Why do I? On top of that, everything that I could possibly be in the streets doing, I'm on my way to the island right now for something I have absolutely nothing to do with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Shit, you like, what the fuck?
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, damn, it's real. So
You get there.
I get there and, you know, the process, et cetera, et cetera. So actually, I met, rest in peace. I get there, you know, the intake, we go through the process. I get housed in 5 Lower.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when I get housed in 5 Lower, rest in peace, his name was FBI, but Bling Blair. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He was from the Bronx, Uptown, Web. RP. He got the crib in Wu Banger. I think he from 12th or 16th in Harlem or something like that at the time. So when I get downstairs, it's count time. Right? And I walk in, they like, yo, line up and do the count. So I spinning, drop the bag. So they doing the count. They like, hey, making everybody count one by one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the kid in front of me kept saying 6 when he was supposed to say 7. He was trying to line me up. I just came in. So he like 6, I'm like 7. So they like, yo, what the fuck? So they all talking to me though. So I'm like, I had my bag still in my hand. Matter of fact, I dropped my bag. I'm like, yo, what? What happened? So Bling Blair comes up to me. He like, yo, where you from, man? I'm like, I'm from Cortland. So he threw a couple names out there. He like, yo, you know. So I'm like, yeah, of course, you heard. He like, yo, you 2-1, you affiliate? I said, yeah, what's up? He like, yo, just don't even worry about them. Yo, go on your set. You heard? So I looked at him like, all right, I go on my set. Eventually, I go to sleep. I sit up for a little while, make sure my salon open and nothing. I don't unpack nothing. I sit down, I doze off. When I wake up in the morning, I got sneakers, food. I got all types of shit under my set. So I wake up. They was actually stuffing the sneakers, Bones. I don't know what's up with Bones, but that was my son. He was actually stuffing the sneakers under the shit. Right? And he woke me up like, you gotta clean these shit off. I had wrote my name on the back of these shit so nobody touch these shits, you heard? You gotta clean these shit off for shit, you heard? And then when I came out, Bling Blair was on the phone with rest in peace, Bogus from the Bronx and a bunch of other motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Just from across that. We all knew, you know, remember?
Yeah,
I came up in the skate key era, the Scream Party era, the Gachos, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The so back then it wasn't on Instagram or none of that. You know what I'm saying? It was you and your niggas from your block and whoever name was out there was out there.
That's it.
You understand what I'm saying? So we talking to the who's or whatever, and they like, yo, nah. That was the beginning of that journey, you heard?
Yeah.
The fights, all that came. You know what I'm saying? I had to make, the entry wasn't really a rocky entry. You understand what I'm saying? But once I got there now, it was you know how the jealousy goes. Yo, who the fuck he think he is? He think that he just gonna walk in here and this just gonna, what you gonna call it? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Like what he think is going on, and then you gotta make your way.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
You gotta step your foot down.
Yeah, you gotta make your way. So I made my way. I made my way perfectly fine. You heard? I stayed right there in 5 Lower. Brisk came.
You was fighting the case?
I was fighting the case. This was I went to grand jury. I ain't go to court again. To go back. So I was fighting the case. I went to the grand jury. When I got to the grand jury, they basically, I went in front of the grand jury and my lawyer basically threw me under the bus. They had gave me a legal aid when I first got locked up. So when I got in front of the grand jury, he's telling me, yo, just answer all the questions. So at the time, I had 3 felonies now. I'm fighting a gun charge, a drug charge, a robbery charge, and I got 2 misdemeanors, right? So the DA started asking me about all my open cases, and the lawyer like, I had to answer her, but they not supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they indict me. I don't get no offer. I don't hear for nothing. Later on, I find out it was an offer on the table. My lawyer just never gave me a 5-year offer. But so I sit up fighting the case for 3.5 months on the island. I makes bail for $25,000.
I was in 3 years and a half from Rikers Island though.
The 3.5 months?
Yeah, I mean the
3.5 months. It was, I ain't even gonna lie, it was fun. I'm not even gonna sit here.
You see any crazy shit and all that?
Listen, yeah, hell yeah, man. Yo, let me tell you something, right? It was so I ain't gonna lie, when I got there, actually, down in the building, there was multiple people there. Casanova was there. He was in Mall 3 Upper. It was I ain't gonna lie, the adolescence was fake lit. It was a different breed of adolescents at that time inside of the building, right? And so when I got there, it was gladiator school, you heard? You had tough Crips walking around the building, you heard? Everything was blooded out, they was shaking out, you understand what I'm saying? You had, shout out to the neutral niggas at the time, you understand what I'm saying? That had buildings and everything locked. It was riots. The craziest thing I'd seen in the Ford building, I was probably, we had a riot in the chapel. The craziest thing that happened in the Ford building was when I was
chapel?
In the chapel. We had a riot in the chapel. This was actually not in the 3.5 months. This was when I went back 8 months later after I bailed out. You heard?
Okay.
That was the riot. So there and that.
So you bailed out?
I bailed out.
And then you came back?
And then I went back.
When?
I bailed out August 2005. I went back April 2006. I was home for 8 months.
Did you go back for the same case?
Nah, I went back actually for a misdemeanor menacing. I had, it was a situation in my building and I had backed my neighbor. My neighbor was having a party in the building, right? And some of her nephews and some of his friends was there from another borough. And I walked up there with one of my friends and he was drunk. So he said something to this, it was a Crip kid in the staircase sitting down that he knew. And he said something to him. He's from Brooklyn, Queens, somewhere. He was like, yo, what's up? You still Crip? So the Crip kid was like, nah, I ain't Crip no more. Yo, matter of fact, right? Yo, if I fight you and fuck you up, you gonna turn me blood? You heard? So I'm like, I'm drunk, but I'm like in the middle of them. So the kid he talking to,
you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so the kid
These are young guys.
Nah, I don't really know how. They was around our age at the time. I was 17 at the time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my son I was with was like 19 at the time. He was like that too, but he was drunk. So he was going inside his apartment. So I'm like, yo, fam, listen, leave that alone. That shit ain't about nothing. He was like, yo, what you talk? So I said, all right, you know what? I goes where I goes, and I grabs a pump. And I come back out and I got it behind me. I got a 20 gauge. And I'm like, yo, fam, just go ahead, go the other way. You know what I'm saying? Y'all bugging out. Everybody in here, just go. And he like advanced towards me. I back that shit out, cock that shit back. Man, everything with the shit, everything. He ran, everybody went up the steps. The rest of them was laid on the steps. What the fuck is wrong with y'all, man? Niggas are stupid or something. Y'all in a fucking building, man. Y'all bugging out.
Yeah.
So in the process of it, the main kid ran in the house. So when the door opened, I turned around with it, but it wasn't the kid. It was other people inside of the house. So that scared them. And they called police. Yo, Travis pulled out a gun. He pulled that out on me and my daughter. He pulled out of this, that, and the third. But it wasn't even like that. I just had it like that. I just happened to turn around. You understand what I'm saying? They opened the door, and that was what it was. You understand what I'm saying?
To them, like, what the fuck?
That was what it was. So I ends up getting low in the building. Police come in, they looking for me. They locked my son up. You know what I'm saying? So I had spoke to my pops and shit, and he like, yo, yeah, they looking for you for menacing because they didn't find nothing. You know what I'm saying? No weapon or nothing at the time. So they was just a menacing charge. Somebody saying you waving a weapon or something like that around, or whatever the case may be. So I ended up not turning myself in, but I was on bail. You know what I'm saying? Shit was a little wicked in the streets back then. You heard it was a lot going on. I was thinking about hopping bail, but I'm like, damn, we gonna lose all the money.
Yeah.
So my pop's precinct, his lieutenant and them was on top of him. Like, yo, where your son at? You know what I'm saying? You protecting your kid. Like, and it was starting to fall down on him. So my moms was telling me, like, yo, don't go. But my pops said, yo, they fucking with me at work. He like, yo, it's a misdemeanor. They just gonna give you a DAT. I walk into that precinct, man. My baby mother was pregnant at the time. My baby mother was like 5 months pregnant at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I walk into the precinct, I got my family and shit with me, my pops, everybody there, and homicide and them want to talk to me about a bunch of shit that's going on outside.
Yeah.
So they chain me up in the interrogation room and they start questioning me and all that. My response to them, you know, it didn't get the fuck out my face. They didn't really like what I had to say to them.
Right.
So they're like, you want to be an asshole? We could have gave you a DAT, but being that you want to be an asshole, we're going to run you through the system. So they send me to the bookends, and when the judge see me, the judge like, you got how many cases? Nah, give him a $20,000 bail. I'm sending you to see your judge. So I go and I'm like, yo, how I got a $20,000 bail for a misdemeanor? for 8 misdemeanor. How? But she just did it just so she could hold me until I see my judge.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to my peoples, and they like, yo, what you think you should bail out before you see a judge? And I'm saying, yeah, but everybody like, nah, it's a misdemeanor, man. The judge ain't gonna say nothing, man. I went in front of that judge. That judge was like, remand, revoke, hold bail, you hear me? Boom, set trial date. So there's no bullshit. It's like April, it's middle of April. I just got locked up, right? It's like 5 days after I get locked up. I was in reception in C-74 in Mall 1. I was picking my jurors out already. And intake, you heard?
Off top.
They had me picking. When I went back to jail super fast. I got back to jail in April and I blew in May, got sentenced in June, got sentenced again in July, and it was up north.
So you blew trial?
I blew.
What you blew to?
I blew to robbery in the first degree, displaying what appears to be a firearm.
Yo, that's crazy.
That was the subdivision. I blew to, I blew, check it, right? But that's not even it. I told you, I did 8. This was $100.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not to mention. So this was $100 that somebody took from somebody. You know?
Right.
I never seen $100. I don't know what kind of bills it was. I don't know none of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I goes to try. Long story short, I goes back in 2006. When I goes back in 2006, it's up. All the young niggas from the Bronx that I fuck with, that's like my brothers in the streets, we all on Rikers Island.
The whole hood in jail.
The whole hood. At the time, it wasn't none of the
crazy as hell.
yeah, you know, at that time, it wasn't really no black segregation like that out here in the Bronx.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a lot of dudes that got, you know, beef. You know what I'm saying? My side don't sit too tight with, their side don't sit too tight with.
That shit is now.
I kind of missed it. See, I missed that. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna go, you know what I'm saying? We'll get to that. But I missed that because I did 8 years and I missed all of that. When I was home, everything was together out here.
Yeah, everybody hang out.
It was literally maybe 1 or 2 blocks that beefed, or maybe one person that had beef with somebody on this block, but it wasn't like that. So when I got down to back to Rikers Island in 2006, I was running, I got back, I got out of intake. I took 5 Main North. I had that with Midnight. We had the whole building. Right. You know what I'm saying? There was niggas from Patterson, niggas from Webster, Dante Briss. It was, you understand what I'm saying? It was
everybody know each other from around.
that know each other. I'm talking about, but we was like brothers though. We used to get up, we used to go to each other's block. We was in the streets. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We was playing. Some niggas knew each other from DFY when they was younger, catching their attempts, etc. So we there now, and we got the whole building in the squeeze. We got everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, even the crib house, son is from the Bronx.
Yeah.
And he extended family, you heard?
Yeah.
So it's like either you on time or you're not.
Yeah.
So even he on time and people that's not supposed to be there, get them out of here, send them back over here.
I got you.
See what I'm saying? And then I blew. See, when I blew trial, it sent the shockwave kind of through like my generation that was locked up. Because I was the first one that got the time. Like you had nobody else at the time. Everybody was still fighting their cases. I
got you.
I was like the first one to go up out that time frame in 2006. Everybody else went up later, 07, 08.
Right.
But I remember sitting in my cell after I blew trial and my minimum was 5 and my maximum was 25, right? And I still ain't even, when I blew trial on May 12th, all my other cases were still open.
Damn, so you was looking at 5 to 25. Plus you got gun charge.
So look, so now I got felt guilty on this. So I'm not sentenced yet. So technically I'm still got clean history because I'm not sentenced yet.
Right.
Right. So now they're gonna try to push it out until I get sentenced. So now they can sentence me as a second-time offender.
I got you.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah.
So what happens is I goes back on June 20th, 2006 to get sentenced. Now check this out. My son, I was on the phone with my baby mother on the last click that night, 10:45 going into 11. And the phone had clicked out. And I was on the phone talking to her. It was like 11. I forgot what time it was. It was after 11.
Right.
And her water broke. And I was going to court to get sentenced in the morning. And she was on the toilet. She's like, oh my God, my water broke. I hangs up the phone with her. I go to court. When I come back, my son was born. So my son was born June 19th, 2006. I got sentenced to the 8 years, June 20th, 2006.
Damn.
So
you wasn't there.
So I wasn't there. So I was 17. My baby Bubba was 17 at the time. You know what I'm saying? And I actually wanted my
2 kids.
We was 2 kids, but you know, I was a little advanced.
Yeah, you was.
You know what I'm saying?
Mature.
And I was more mature.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what
of
I'm
course,
saying?
I got you. You was in the street and all that,
in
yeah.
the streets, yeah. So it was like and I say that now.
You know what I'm saying? So I know the feeling as far as, you know, you just had your first son, first seed, you excited, and you go to jail. What, the day after?
No, I ain't seen him. I was in jail.
Yeah, you was in jail when he was born.
I turned myself in April, because it was funny, right? Boom, Gunner was coming out of he was coming out of my cousin, right? Gunner was coming out of DFY.
Okay.
Right? And he spoke to me on the phone, right? And the day I was turning myself in, I think he was coming home either that day or the day after. And he was telling me like, yo, don't, you know what I'm saying, not yet, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, nah, bro, I gotta go in, but I'll be right back out, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be a DT, I should be back out like 2-3 days. My pops said he's gonna be out. I went in April. May 12th, I blew trial. June 20th, I was in. Once I went in, they kept me. The judge revoked my bail when I went in April. So I was there. So from April to August, I went back this time. And May 12th, I blew trial. June 19th, my son was born. June 20th, they sentenced me to the 8.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, once I got the 8 years.
You was out there with your son for?
Not at all. My baby was 5 months pregnant the last time I was in
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you just.
Nah, when I went to jail, my baby was 5 months pregnant, but I can't hold myself with 7.5 years old. You know what I'm saying? So.
How that shit felt though? You know, did you see him throughout your time in jail?
Honestly, I seen my son 5 times when I was in jail. And I didn't see my son. Last time I seen my son, he was like 15 months. I didn't see him again until he was 7.5.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
And how was it when you got up with him?
When I came home and I got up with him, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I came home, I went straight over there. It was me, my mother, and my oldest brother. And they met me down at the bus station. And then we went. I'm like, yo, take me to go see my son. He knew who I was. You know what I'm saying? So I give her the credit in the sense of that, where she showed him pictures as soon as he saw me. You understand what I'm saying? He knew who I was. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure we'll get there. But, you know, life, that relationship is still strained.
Yeah.
You know
of course. Yeah, of course.
It's still,
I get it.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, it's the pitfall of that. So, you know, to basically, though, to go back and answer the initial question of it is, so when I blew trial, right, I was a demon on Rikers Island. I didn't even know how much time I was gonna get.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So we wowed out. Everything got hands put on or whatever had to get cleaned up out the building, got cleaned up out the building. You know what I'm saying? I was banging. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. So are you a gang member?
Yeah, I was hat. You heard?
Oh, what?
Hat.
Was that?
Brim.
Still don't know.
All right, I'm Brim is blood.
Okay.
Right?
Cool.
So I'm Brim, right? So I'm Boss Money, right? I'm Brim.
Okay.
So, but long story short, I was young, right? And I came up inside of blood from my block when I was young. I wasn't even supposed to be blood. I turned blood when I was 11. Niggas wasn't even probably supposed to do that, you heard? And it's just something that I came up in.
But ain't your projects, ain't there like Crips?
Now
mostly?
It's scattered. Even back in the day, it was a couple, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But nah, it ain't. My block always got along. There was never no Crip and Blood shit on my block. In the Bronx, other blocks and shit like that had that going on. But it was never no Crip or...
No beef like that in the hood.
Yeah, it was never no Crip or it was never no real blood shit going on my block. In the streets it was, but not on my block. But when I got to the island, it was lit. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was different.
But it was different because I was like blood in the streets, like, we was blood. We was really in the streets, so what we thought it was. And then when you get to jail, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's the difference?
It's a whole different ball game. It's structured. You understand what I'm saying? It's a lifestyle. It's not something that you could be part-time. You know what I'm saying?
It's something you gotta be full-time.
It's something that you gotta be full-time, or if you're not full-time, the cracks in your armor gonna get exposed. And you understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
It's a dog world, you heard?
I got you.
So but I get there, and you know, we all young niggas, and everybody is it. Everybody running around, everybody different shit, everybody this, everybody that. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, shout out Bling Blah, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? He was a big influence. You understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
To return the hat, etc. That was my brother. You know what I'm saying? That actually became my right-hand man. You understand what I'm saying? On the island, like my brother. And when we was downstairs, that's the one that had first approached me. You understand what I'm saying? When I came in the house, that had everything. And he was actually one of the niggas whose name was actually like had the island at that time.
Right, I got you.
But so to fast forward, when I went back and I was there and I blew, it was gladiator school. It was a field day. You know what I'm saying? So the riot in the 6th building was actually because, in the 4th building, I said 6th building. We, at the time, what they had did to us was the security in the building had took all of us and was like, yo, y'all want to keep wilding? Y'all extorting people in your houses. Y'all fucking people up. People getting cut. Yo, you know what? Y'all all going. They sent us all to captain restraint. They sent us all to one upper. They opened up both sides of one upper and they sent us all to one upper.
Okay.
So they basically said they sent us to one house, right? And they split us between 2 different sides of it, right? And they said only one side was captain restraint, right? It was so many of us throughout the building that they opened up both sides of captain restraint.
Right.
And everybody else that was affiliated with us, that was associated with us, that was talking about they was in charge of something, they threw all of us in these 2 units right upstairs, right? It probably put like 3 or 4 nondescript niggas. It was like, yo, you know, go ahead, now y'all do it to each other, you heard?
Yeah.
Y'all sit up here. So once we get to captain restraint, we don't go to the law library with general population.
Y'all go separately.
We don't go to the yard with general population.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And my last straw was because somebody had got stabbed, you know what I'm saying, in the crib. You know what I'm saying? Kid had walked in the crib and 5 million.
In the crib? What do you mean?
This was in 5 million.
In the house?
Yeah, this was in 5 million north side at the time, right? And
4 building.
This was the 4 building, right? And the kid had walked in, ENC 74. So I was on the phone, right? I remember I had just came in. I forgot what I came in from court. And I was on the phone. And I'm talking, and son came in, and I tell him the program. Boom, I'm like, all right. So he like, all right, I need my phone calls, though, because my mother in the hospital, she got cancer. I said, all right, you can have that, you heard?
Yeah.
So he goes to his cell, right? And when they start doing the count, he just pops on the little homie that was standing next to him, you heard? Breaks his jaw. So I jumps off the phone, we all runs down there. He gets stabbed twice in the process. So he goes in his cell, right? The 4 building was wild. So he goes in his cell, he stabbed twice in his back, right? So locks him in. Police change shifts, the captain comes in. So he like, I'm stabbed. So the captain like, let me see, right? So I'm starting my cellar shit. So the captain, he turns around, he takes his shirt off, the captain put his flashlight. He like, you ain't gonna die. You gonna go to the hospital in the morning. I ain't doing no overtime for you. And leaves the nigga in his cell.
Wow.
So like 4 or 5 in the morning at some point in time, and they finally become aware of it. So they come in, they take him out. So probably like 7 in the morning, we get up to go to the school floor. When we come back from the school floor, all I hear, search, and I see the whole unit coming in. So I was in the front cell. I was in, I think, the recell, right? I was in the front cell.
First one.
Right? I was like in the front cell. So I see them. I'm laying on the bed. So they go down and they like 29 cell, 27 cell, 23 cell. And then I just hear them skipping me, 3 cell. So I jump up and the captain and 2 turtles coming, right? Captain Grant, he was a sucker. Right, but him and the 2 turtles come in, and he like, yo, take your jacket off. I have my jacket on, take my jacket off. So he like, yo, he like the 2 turtles behind me standing there. So he like, yo, take your shirt off, right? So he like, yo, I had Versace glasses. He like, yo, let me see those glasses, right? So he sits the glasses down on the thing. When I start taking my shirt off, he picks the glasses up and he breaks them, right? So I don't say nothing, right? I'm like this. I'm like, fuck this nigga. I go to take my shirt off. I got my head in the middle of my shirt, and he smacks the shit out of me. Bam. I'm assuming he smacked me because my ears start ringing. I had my head in my shirt. So I'm like, they gonna have to kill me as soon as I take this shirt off. I take the shirt off and I punch him dead in his face. They fuck me up.
Yeah.
Zip tie me. They don't care about that shit. Nobody really know the truth about that shit. They was fucking kids up. You hear me?
Of
16,
course.
17, they don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck. They beat your ass.
They zip tied me and they was treating me at the time. They knew I ain't give a fuck because at the time I wasn't even sentenced. You know what I'm saying? I had just blue, but I wasn't sentenced yet. So I didn't know what I was getting. So I was on hostile time.
You was on whatever time.
Listen, they zip tied me. They dragged me down the steps They dragged me down the steps out, dragged me all the way to intake. They fucked me up. My ribs, everything was fucked up. They threw me in one upper. When I got the one up, I had to stay in my cell for like 3 days before I could come on my cell.
Yeah.
They moved me. They like, all right, he out of here. I was up there. It was just me, and it was my man Gistu, and it was a crib kid from Brooklyn. We was the only 3 up there.
So when you went back to sentence?
To get sentenced?
Yeah.
June 20th.
And then you got what?
They gave me 8 years.
8 years what, flat?
They gave me 8 years flat with 5 years post-supervision. They asked,
Damn, 5 years supervision?
Yeah, they denied me. So I basically did like 13 together for that. But they denied me youthful offender status. Why? I have no idea why, because I ain't had no other case. But in the face of them, they was looking at the fact I had other cases.
Right.
So the district attorney initially, she asked for anywhere between 10 to 18 years, 8 to 18 years. She was like, I believe that he shouldn't get the maximum because he is a first-time offender, but he has other cases piled up. And she was like, at the end of the day, anywhere between 8 to 18 would basically be sufficient for them to run the other cases concurrent.
Yeah, enough time to, yeah.
With a number, this is the way that she was trying to say it. So I lost my mind in the courtroom. You know what I'm saying? My mother was like, yo, stop, I lost my mind. Because they was like, after she asked for the time, they asked me if I wanted to, my lawyer speak, and then they asked me if I wanted to speak. So I'm like, yeah, I want to speak. I lost my mind. I said, the fuck are you talking about 18 years? I said, I just had a kid that was born. I said, you trying to have me come home when my kid is the age that I am now? Fuck is just to suck my dick. The fuck is this bitch talking about 18 years for what?
Yeah.
I maintain my innocence the whole way.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't good. That don't take that into account at all. What the fuck is you talking about? You sitting here listening to this bitch talking about 18 years, talking about you gonna consider it. What the fuck? Consider what?
Yeah.
The one thing I'm saying about the judge though, is it lured me wilding out, throwing the frank at everybody. The judge was like, she was like, let him talk. They was like, should we remove him? The judge was like, let him talk. He's mad. Shit pissed me off even more. But when it came time for the judge to talk, the judge was like, yo, listen, I'm not gonna grant the youthful offender status. She was like, but at the same time, I'm not gonna entertain no 18 years. She was like, yo, I don't know, you did maintain your innocence. I don't know if you're guilty, I don't know if you're not, but you got found guilty by jurors. She was like, so what I am gonna do is the minimum number she said, 8 years, I'm gonna sentence you to that state prison time, 5 years. Boom. That right there was the moment my kind of like, shit kind of, when I blew trial, it changed. Just to hear everybody say guilty, 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 guilty. My world crashed.
Yeah, of course.
You understand what I'm saying? That shit crashed.
You think about you think about your kid.
That shit crashed.
Of course, man.
That shit crashed.
That shit is fucking
I remember, no funny shit, I'm gonna tell you some real shit, right? Me and Charlie Rock, right? That was with French, right? When I blew trial, right? We went, right? I ain't gonna lie, I blew trial, I cried. I went back to the cell. And when I got back in the cell, Charlie Rockin' was like, yo, what happened? You won, right? You beat that shit, right? You beat that shit. And I ain't gonna lie, I couldn't really hold that shit in. Like the tears just came, I just watched my baby moms run out the courtroom, you heard? I just watched my moms break down, you heard? I'm sitting there, I know how much time I face it. I'm like, what the fuck, right? So, and I was just on the streets a month ago.
So you like, fuck.
I was just on the streets 30 days ago, you heard?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck, right? So we go downstairs, and when we go downstairs, there's a kid, he was reading the Bible. It was him and another kid, and they was talking and shit, man. They like, yeah, man, we going home, this, that, and the third, And we just fucked him up. We just beat him up.
Because he was going home?
Just because, I didn't beat him up because of that. I punched him in his face and I beat him up because I was praying to God to go home because I ain't had nothing to do with that shit. I was praying to God, like, yo, just let me get the time for the drug charge or something.
Yeah.
Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, let me beat this. Like, I went to trial with a clear mind. Like, I'm gonna beat this
case. Because I ain't do this shit.
And I'm gonna do time for the other shit. The gun charge had got dropped to a misdemeanor because the firing pin was broke.
Okay.
So it was inoperable. So that had got dropped down to a misdemeanor. You understand what I'm saying? So now it was just 2 felonies and 3 misdemeanors. So now all I really got to worry about is the drug charge, and the misdemeanor's gonna fall in line. So I'm like, I'm gonna beat this. It ain't work like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That shit ain't work like that. I lost to the robbery, and everything else fell in line with that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So after that, I went up.
So you went upstate?
I went upstate. I seen my son like twice.
On the island?
On the island. And then
how was that, man? How was that moment right there before you go?
The moment before I go was crazy, man. I wasn't even ready. I had the paper for me to sign for my son's birth certificate. I thought I had time. I ain't signed it. I had long hair. I was supposed to get the permit to keep my shit. I thought I had time. They came, yo, you going up. They like, yo, you pop outside, yo, you going up.
He was like, damn.
So I'm like, yo, fuck, right? Mind you, I don't even know the time calculation yet. This is the journey. This is the takeoff, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is the...
Yeah,
I'm
this is
gonna
the
be going
takeoff.
for a while.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been trying to get it in my head, but I can't. But at the time, it seemed like it was gonna be easy because everybody was telling me they was gonna be there. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so at the time, it seemed like it. Like, oh, all right, cool, and it was. So I went up in August.
So you go downstate.
I go to downstate.
How was that experience?
That was crazy, man. Nobody want to go through that, man. That was crazy, man. I know a lot of people do go through it, man, but that was crazy. I get there, and you know what I'm saying? I had to shave off. I had long hair. My hair was like down here, like to the middle of my back type shit, top of my back. And I had to cut my hair, crab juice, you heard?
Yeah.
Get naked, you know what I'm saying? And it's a different type of jailing. You know what I'm saying? Going to state prison is not like the island where you running around and you talking to these correctional officers like that.
Yeah.
As soon as you walk into downstate, they telling you, listen, we will break every bone in your body.
Yeah, we'll beat your ass.
You heard? Don't talk in the hallways, you heard? Don't look behind you when you walk in. You walk straight, you get where you going. You know what I'm saying? When I tell you do this, you do this. You do anything else, we gonna fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? You in prison. We ain't nowhere else. Treated you act like a man, you get treated like a man. So as soon as you walk in, they set the whole vibe for you. Like, you like, as soon as you walk in, you like, yo,
you like, oh shit, let me tighten up real quick.
Ain't nothing to fronting and bluffing. Ain't none of that, yo, what you talking about? They gonna fuck you up. It's hands on, and they gonna beat you bad.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? And they tell you, you belong to us now.
Yep.
Ain't no mommy, ain't no daddy, ain't no none of that. This is locked to her. You belong to us. Ain't nobody you could cry to. And they run that shit in there. That's their world. You understand what I'm saying? Inside of it, the world get ran. But so I get to downstate, and it's the stripping. It's they shave everything off. You heard?
And then from there, where they send you at?
What, from downstate?
Yeah.
I went to Coxsackie.
Coxsackie.
I went to Coxsackie.
That was Coxsackie. I was in small ass cells.
Coxsackie was legendary. I turned Coxsackie was legendary. I ain't gonna lie. Coxsackie that was the start of the journey right there. That was the beginning of it. Coxsackie, I turned 18 in Coxsackie.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I went up still 17. September 5th, I turned 18 in Coxsackie, right? Shout out to all the big homies. I was with everybody over there, you know what I'm saying? At the time, it was Pee Wee, Studded Pee. It was a bunch of people, you heard? Like, it was everybody. Everybody was over there, Jeep Rim. Shout out to the countless, you know what I'm saying, brothers that was over there, you know what I'm saying? My brother Murder.
And how long you was in Coxsackie?
I was in Coxsackie for a year.
And then what happened?
I was in Coxsackie. My classification dropped. I was actually...
Okay.
When I went to Coxsackie, and once I seen the way it went, right, I went there, and it was like, yo, you gotta, basically, right, when you banging and shit like that, right, like your day gonna come because don't nobody know who you are.
Right.
So you have to do something. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. For you to be accepted, period. And this is just jail, though. Niggas gonna try you, period. So you gotta do something regardless. But when you banging, you know what I'm saying? It's constant situations that always come up, that always call for attention, and your number get called.
Right.
Me, I was a nigga that took the number before my number got called. I never let nobody tell me that my number had to get called.
Right. I got you.
Because when I was in the streets, I was a young boss.
Yeah. Yeah, so
I'm not the island, I was a young, everywhere. So I'm running, and that, my energy, the fact that I was clean, the fact that I kept myself, I had money, and I was, the way I carried myself, and the fact I was extremely violent. Once I seen the way that it went, it was gone. It wasn't, because in my head, right, I got the Coxsackie and niggas got 55 in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas got years in, 18
yeah.
years in the ready, they drop it. It's mixed. It's a max B,
of
but
course.
that shit mixed. And niggas don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't give a fuck. Niggas is looking at you like, fam, you going home in a couple years. You understand what I'm saying? And certain niggas, you doing an 8-year bid, that shit short. You going home, mind your business before I stab you. And this is how niggas...
Yeah, get away from me and all that.
This is how niggas would try to, but with me, it wasn't really like that. And I actually, I had the blessings of having some good... I don't call a lot of people big bro, and I don't really call nobody OGs, but I had the blessings of having a lot of them.
Yeah, some good ones
around me. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about from all over, rat hunters, bloods. You understand what I'm saying? Around kings, I was...
So them... I mean, so you went to your complicated, what would you say, you went to medium?
So I went to Coxsackie. I had a ball there, you heard. That was the start of the career. They dropped me to Franklin. They dropped me to Franklin, right? And Franklin, when I got there, they told me because I wasn't 19, they was gonna have to transfer me. Now, I was either gonna go to Washington or I was gonna go to Green. So I stayed there from June 2007 to... I think June or July to September. And then they transferred me out to Washington.
Okay.
Right? I get to Washington. And when I get into Washington now, I get there, I leave.
Where's Washington at again?
That's right across from Comstock and Great Meadows.
Yeah.
That's over there by Lake George.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? So I get to Washington. When I get to Washington, everything good. I'm running around, young, bossed up. I'm sanctioned. You know what I'm saying? So I run around, I step in the building now, it means something. So I'm like, yo, I walk in and I'm still running around. So while I'm doing that, I'm creating enemies. Right? So I never forget it, right? I remember it was a situation, right? With something that was just no longer a part of something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
How long before you got there? Yeah.
Like, I was there for 4 months, I think. So it was like probably like 60 days in.
Shit. All right, go ahead.
60 days in. Matter of fact, right? Yeah, so I had hollered at niggas or whatever, respectfully.
Yeah.
But they took it hostile, which anybody would. You understand what I'm saying? Or not anybody, but you know what I'm saying?
They took it a certain way,
like in their position. So they took it that way, but it was really nothing they could do about it. So what they did was they had gave themselves a little time frame. Like they had flew a letter out and was basically like, yo, if we don't get a response, if he don't get a response, if we don't get a response in 30 days, fuck what he talking about, you heard? He out of here. But I don't know this at the time, you heard? So in the crib, right, around there, I had got sick. My nose was bleeding and shit. I had ended up staying there for like 3 days. So around this time, I guess this was the little expiration date, whatever the case may be. This was like 90 days, as a matter of fact, because I left after this. No, 60. It was like 60. I'm going to tell you why. So, we was in the crib and something had happened with some of the dudes inside of the house and one of the homies. You know what I'm saying? And it was a couple knives out, it was a couple things. So me and one of the dudes was arguing, but nobody let us get to each other. So what they did was they took that and they tried to use it as clickbait. They tried to paint the story and say, yo, son called him out and he ain't go at son, but that wasn't the case. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even my situation, you heard? It was somebody else's situation. It was just a bunch of commotion. You understand what I'm saying? That took place. We was all good. Everybody in the crib,
I get it.
You understand what I'm saying? Everybody was healthy. So when I came out, they like, yo, I go to the gym, and when I get to the gym, my son from Rochester was like, yo, be on point when you go over there, you heard? but they waiting for you to talk to you. So that's why I say it's a dog-eat-dog world. At the time, it was my own. You know what I'm saying? So this is my first experience with this now. On the flip side, I've seen it.
On the flip side,
I've been on the other side, but now this is the flip side of it. So I walking over there and I'm still a little green to this shit. So I'm still like, I go over there. So it's like a little blind spot. So when I get there, I'm standing there and it's like 8 of them right there. And they like, yo, what's up, Mo? So, you know, talking, bunch of bullshit. And I'm like, yo, what happened though? Right? So at the time, my weight was a little up. I had took my sweater off and shit. And I'm like, what happened though, man? What's up? What we talking about? So I see like somebody's eyes open and I duck. A nigga came behind me, tried to pop on me. You know what I'm saying? This was some nigga from Jersey that was screaming some shit from out there. And at the time, at the moment, it was like, yo, bro, you can't really do that here. You understand what I'm saying? Like, just for your purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Et cetera, et cetera. So he already had shit inside of him because of that.
Of course.
So they used him for the dummy. So I turns around, I spits on him. We start shaking, we start fighting, I start putting hands on him. They rush us over there, the police, they tell us to separate, but he's still coming. So I'm still crashing them, so they lock me up, they put the cuffs on me. And in the mediums and shit, you only get 30 days for the fights, like back then. So they put me 30 days cube confinement.
In the box? Oh, okay.
No, they didn't even give me the box.
Oh, cube confinement.
30 days cube confinement for the fight.
Okay.
I can't go nowhere, I'm just in a cube.
You gotta stay in your little area.
I'm in the cube, right?
Right.
So they like, yo, so they telling me, they like, yo, I'm lying. They was still making me go to, they telling me they was looking for me. Before that, I was working in the mess hall. So I was in the mess hall doing, so everybody come, they like, looking for you. So I sneaks out. I pack on my shit, and I sneak out on the walkway, right? And I'm walking with a few of me and my niggas. And at the time, it was everybody. It was a bunch of niggas that was with them that was running their mouth. So at this point in time, to me, anybody I catch is gone.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So I called his man, and I was talking to him. And he like, yeah, at the end of the day, I give a fuck about what you talk about. That's my man. And I put him on the walkway. Boom. That altercation sent me to the box for another 30 days. Sent me for another 30 days. They combined that 60 days.
In Washington?
In Washington, they combined that 60 days. Anything over 45 days.
Shipping you?
They ship you. So they shipped me to Green S Block. From there, I did the 60 days there. From Green S Block, they sent me back to Franklin.
Okay.
Right? Yo, I leave Franklin, right? I was in Franklin for 6 months, right? I got to Franklin 141 pounds. When I left Franklin, I was 197 pounds, right? I gets to Franklin, gets up there, me and my brother, Noe, had this shit in a frenzy. It was a few of us up there, but we had this shit in a fucking frenzy up there. So I gets up there, I leaves Franklin now. I was there for 6 months. Long story short, that's the most racist. That's like up by Clinton.
Yeah.
Malone, New York, you heard? Like, you know what I'm saying? They up there, they different up there. Super different up there, you heard?
Hell yeah.
So, I get up there, let me tell you why I leave there. So, at police know us what, we run in the jail, you know how that shit go. You know what I'm saying? You in the yard, the who's who. So, let me tell you this crazy shit, right? So, we in the yard one day, it's me and like 3 of the homies that really kind of got a run of the spot. So, what happens is, this kid walk up to us. He was from Buffalo, right? He was homie. And he like, yo, I gotta holler at y'all. He like, yo, but I wanna holler at you, Trap, and I wanna holler at you, Noe, right? So I'm like, what's up? So we walk up to the side. So he like, yo, so at the time, it was mad gang intelligence in the yard that day. So we walk up to the side, and he's like, yo, listen, there's something I wanna tell y'all. And I'm gonna tell y'all now, I don't want to be blood no more. Right, so what happened? So he like, yo, listen to me, right? He says, yo, I've been sneaking from this side. You know, the mediums is split, it's sides. It's like either the one side, 2 side, or it's like the A side, the B side, but it's like 2 different dorms in the same building. But like the A side go out with the A side, the one side go out with the one side. So he's been sneaking basically from like the one side to the 2 side to go to the yard. And he's like, I'm like, for what? So he like, yo, I've been pimping a faggot. This is what he says. This is 100% fact, right? So at the time, it was something had happened on the island with the captains or something had raped this kid that had got this lawsuit of money.
Okay.
And the kid was in the jail on the other side, you heard?
Okay.
And somehow he connected with this kid, right? So he's telling us. So as soon as he say that, we look at each other like, oh, this nigga's out of here, you hear me? Boom, but we can't do it right now. Y'all is flooded with gang intelligence.
Yeah.
So we just listening to it, like, all right. So he like, yo, he's like, yo, I don't do nothing with the nigga though. I'm not gay. He like, yo, they was extorting the nigga. So what I do is like, I might hold a nigga down. You know what I'm saying? The nigga might sneak off in the bathroom or something, because they had like the little brick bathrooms in that yard up in Franklin, like the little yard, park shits.
Yeah.
And he like, I just watch the bathroom and make sure nobody go over there. You know what I'm saying? Back niggas up if niggas try to go over there. So me and Noe was in tears, right? It was actually funny.
Yeah, it was funny. Hell, you like, what
Twilight,
the fuck?
So no, at the time, I'm at the time, this is 2008, so I'm 2 years in straight on my bid now at this time. So I'm starting to actually adjust to jail. You know what I'm saying? Because remind you, when I got the downstate, not the, you know what I'm saying, the backtrack, but when I got the downstate and they gave me my time computation sheet, my earliest release date was October 29th, 2012.
Right.
And my next release date was December 21st, 2013.
Right.
And this was August 2006. I couldn't even count to that shit.
Yeah, you can't even go that far.
Nah. So around 08 is when, you know, my baby mother had already started playing games for like a year. I ain't seen my son. You understand what I'm saying? It already started.
It started breaking.
It started to go a little bit. A couple people started to waver off a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
I'm in my bed. I'm finding my way. You know, I'm bouncing boxes, chairs.
Yeah.
So I'm there now. Long story short, the kid, he says that. We like, all right, whatever, you'll go your way, right? So we like, all right, this nigga's out of here, right? So it was a kid named Mumu from Webster, right? And Mumu was running around, and he was saying he was funny, but he was telling like it was a hot dog day in the mess hall the next day or some shit. And he seen the nigga, and he was waving a hot dog at the nigga like, yo, you wanna suck this shit, man? You wanna suck this shit? Like, nigga, fuck it. So everybody looking like, you know what I'm saying? So son ain't saying nothing. Son just like, boom. So one night, it was a weekday night. I was playing poker. I'm like, let me go to the yard for, you know, you don't gotta go to the yard for the phones in the medium, but I'm like, let me go out. I go to the yard, and it's only me and Mumu in the yard. I don't even see son in the yard, but son outside. So the yard closed, and we walking, and it's a blind spot, like 6 feet from the corner of the gym to the exit of the gate. And I'm walking, and Mumu always be playing. You know what I'm saying? He was one of the little homies that always played around. And I was walking, and I heard behind me. So when I turned around, I'm like, yo, what happened? And I still don't see son, because he moved over. And Mumu like this. Mumu like, nah, ain't nothing, I'm good. And when he said like this, he had a white hoodie on. All the blood just started. Boom, his face popped open. Boom. So I'm like, yo, I turn around and I see son, and he got a can top. And I said, and I'm like, are you stupid, nigga? You just cut the nigga? And I went to rush him, and he took off, running. I'm chasing him, but you know the police is inside the little podiums and shit on the walkway. So I'm chasing him. He runs off. He takes off. He running out. Police jumps out to stop me. What are you doing? No horse playing. What y'all doing on the walkway? You play. They thought we was horse playing around. I hurries up and goes. Boom. So the next day I leave, right? Oh, I'm lying. Before he ran, the kid that got cut ran. You know what I'm saying? He took off first. When he seen the blood.
Yeah, he took off.
He took off first. Boom. Son was still standing there. I'm like, are you stupid, nigga? You fuck. And I chased him. He takes off now. Boom. The kid that got cut ran the other way. I don't know if no police was that way, whatever, but he made it back and then got caught. You know what I'm saying? For the cut.
Yeah.
So he didn't tell. What happens is the next day, the kid dropped the slip on himself, right? They came and got him.
This is weird as fuck. He dropped a
He
slip.
dropped the slip. Like he put a slip inside the mailbox.
And tell himself.
Nah, he put a slip inside the mailbox and told police that niggas told him to do it. So police rushed the dorm and came and got him. Like they was taking him to the box, but they was taking him to get information from him.
Right, I got you.
So he went to police and he lied to police. And he told police that we told him to cut Moo, and this is what he did.
Yeah.
So we at the so they had all of us on 72-hour investigation. Mind you, this is mad people. They had all of us, and then they sent all of us to the box. Boom, boom, boom. Everybody know that shit ain't happen.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Everybody 100% fact know that shit ain't happen. We go to the box though, and they gave me 90 days for that. They charged us with extortion, sending a hit, all types of stupid shit, right? Long story short, they basically just wanted us out to jail.
So they shipped you out?
They gave me 90 days and they sent me to upstate box.
Okay, how long you was there?
I did 90 days in upstate box.
And then what?
And then they sent me to 5 points.
What's 5 points?
In Romulus, New York. That's a max A.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a lockdown. It's like segregated. It's like a maxi. It's like a maxi max. But that's
and then what? And then from there, what happened?
From 5 points, I did a year at 5 points of 172-hour investigation situations. I did a year straight there. I left 5 points. I went to Wyoming.
Wyoming.
Classification drop.
Yeah.
Right? I got to Wyoming. I was there with a bunch of big dogs in the state, at the time. And
how long you was there?
I was in Wyoming for 90 days. And
what happened?
And
got in trouble?
Got in trouble. 90 days. Got in trouble for Wyoming.
Got shipped where?
Huh?
Where you got shipped to?
They shipped me to Lakeview Box. That's like 10 hours away. That's like the furthest shit up west, like when you're going up north. And then from Lakeview Box, they sent me to Orleans. I was there for Orleans. They grabbed me for a drug conspiracy. Sent me to the box from there. Not Orleans, Livingston.
Okay.
I was in Livingston. They sent me out of Livingston like 60-something, 70-something days later. And I went to Orleans S Block. They sent me back to 5 points when I left Orleans S Block. For 30 days, they had me on loss of everything. The day I was supposed to get off, they shipped me to Auburn. I got to Auburn. That's the trenches. And that's when, at that time, I was 4 or 5 years in on my bid at that time. And I got there, and that's when my name kind of really became what it became in the state. You understand what I'm saying? It was through journeys. It was through situations.
Yeah, of course. It grows.
Multiple altercations, riots. You understand what I'm saying? It was through the process of it. But I got to Auburn, and long story short, I ended up...
You was at D Block?
Nah, I was in A Block. I was in B Block, A Block, C Block. The crazy shit about it was, in the state, they wasn't really familiar with my reputation at the time yet, like in Albany and shit. So I wasn't really marked in the system. So when I got to Auburn, they made the mistake of giving me the yard portal.
Oh, okay. So you was out there all the time?
I was every yard, you heard?
Yeah, every yard.
Auburn, everything outside.
Yeah.
You know, niggas gotta go out to commissary outside.
Every outside,
you
everything.
Can't hide.
Hell no.
So I was outside. So everybody was like, yo, fool. So I'm across the jail. Yo, what gotta happen? Oh, what? Heard that. Fool, done. What gotta happen? Fool, heard that. Done. Boom. They gets rid of me. They run to my cell. Finds a bunch of books and raps and shit. They see my name trapped. They find out, oh, how about your name trapped? They tagged me in the state at the time. You know what I'm saying? This is when they finally tagged me. So long story short, it was a bunch of shit that took place there. But the last straw was somebody violated and somebody violated. They gave me 2 years in a box and said I cut somebody.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody violated, somebody got cut up in the staircase and shit like that. They grabbed up me and they grabbed up 3 other people. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And they sent us to the box.
How long you was in the box for?
Alleged 2 years.
So you spent 2 years in the box?
2 years straight.
Where? What box?
Southport.
Ooh, Southport.
They gave me they gave me a 13-day time cut. So I did 23 months and 18 days.
Yeah. South Park still got level 1, level 2 and all that?
Level 1,
Yeah.
level 2,
Yeah, all that
level
shit.
3.
They got the original boxing downstairs in the base.
The dungeon?
Yeah.
You talking about D block?
Yeah, it's the dungeon.
That's the dungeon.
That's where I
they
was
be
at.
putting niggas at. That's where you was at? All right, what you was in the dungeon for?
I was in the dungeon just because of my name. I was in there 3 years.
I'm about to say, because that's where like certain people went.
If
like,
you too strong, see, that's what happened. I got shipped, and they shipped me there. And if you strong, you know, and they try to get a hold of you and shit like that, because you might be sending niggas to get pounded out. You already know. So they put me down there where you can't really get a...
You was at, what was you when you was at the state? You was affiliated? You was affiliated with anything?
Nope. They got me like, they marked me down as, you know, like say blood, because I lived in all the blood houses.
All the blood houses, okay.
Yeah, so it was just like as far as the beacon and all that. And
what time you did from?
Well, I was in the fast, and then I went to the state.
Well, you went to the state?
That's when the shit was like lit, like Bloods, Crips, Lion Kings, this, that. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And they asked me where I wanted to go and shit like that. And I was like, yo, you know, I'm cool wherever, you know what I'm saying? So niggas put me in the blood house. And I know everybody.
Nah, I know that.
Niggas know pistol, so it's like,
whoever
was a guard body back in the days, they blood.
Nah, I just asked because I never really knew the story. Like, I know the history.
Yeah.
You know that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I know that, but I just never really knew on the jail side of it. You understand what I'm saying? I was there. I was there with a bunch of people that you did time with. You understand what I'm saying? When you was in the city.
Yeah. I was in in the beacon. When I came back from the fast, it was like all ganged out. And they put me a red ID and boom, and I went to the blood house, and everybody was a guard body, Bloods was OG Bloods, this, that, and it was nothing. It was normal to me. I mean, you know, I took a phone, you know, my man, you know, I don't know how this shit, I don't know how it is now, but when I was there, I was considered like them niggas. I had cracked somebody's head.
Red ID?
Yeah, I've been red ID. I red ID because I was a predicate. So well, every time I go, it don't matter. I'm fucked up. So, but what I'm saying to you is when shit's crazy, because you talk about all that shit and it brings so much, man, that shit was crazy. I was like, they got all the Latin Kings on one side of the jail, they got all the Spanish, and I'm over there with all the Bloods. And we having a good time. I ain't gonna lie. We running niggas out. We doing all kind of wild shit and it was just like none of me. You know what I'm saying? And my man from the street, he was my little man from the street. He was strong in there. You know what I'm saying? And he was like one of the big homies or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And I got into altercation and shit with some Bloods. It hurt the mother. But it was crazy because, like, I don't know, like, I cracked his head, he a Blood, but you my man. You Blood, but you my man.
Yeah.
And you like, so it became where, you know, motherfuckers said, yo, he 50, he bulletproof, da-da-da-da.
See, the one thing I would say...
Shit was crazy. I was like...
See, on that, the one thing I would say is, you gotta be a man still in jail.
Yeah.
So it don't matter what set you are.
Yeah.
If you do something, you violate, you gotta handle your business.
Yeah.
Fight, gun to gun. You understand what I'm saying? Whichever way it goes.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's really like...
My man was shouting out, and it was like, because I was downstairs in the YME pen, it was like, and it was just kicking, it was like, da-da-da-da-da. You know, see, he bulletproof, yo, that's, yo, da-da-da. And I was like, man, I don't give a fuck what a nigga is. I don't give a fuck that nigga, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? And then they took me I wound up going to a fucking, whatever, long story short, but I wound up going to a fucking Latin King house, and they ain't stay there for long either. You know what I'm saying? Because them niggas is really...
Nah, the way that it is, and that's the only thing about the state, respect is respect. And when you go out like a gangster, it's always respect. You know?
Yeah.
So like I said, I've been a part of riots. I've been a part of race riots up there. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
I've been a part of gang wars. You understand what I'm saying? And when you go to other jails, that shit don't really... Sometimes it carry on depending what happened.
Yeah, it depends.
Or how the beef started. But if it's some shit that just happened and everybody left, that don't usually go on. You understand what I'm saying? Niggas will go, me and you just got into it. We just left. We was just trying to stab each other in the middle of a riot, and now we neighbors in the box.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how it was with me. I closed Coxsackie down. Everybody in the box with me was everybody that I stabbed, this, that. I was in the wing with everybody.
Yeah, that's how, I ain't gonna lie, B. I ain't gonna lie. We shut Orberg. That shit was, they gave me the 2 years. The crazy thing about when I got to Orberg was that was where I lost contact with everybody that I knew from the outside world. When I was in Orleans box, my mom came to see me and shit. And I was sending her letters from like 09 to 010, right? And they, like, when I got to the box, they all came back, returned the senders. So I'm like, the fuck going on with my mom's, right? So she comes to see me on my birthday when I'm in Orleans box. And she tells me, she like, yo, the reason why the letters has been coming back because I'm no longer at that apartment. She's like, I moved in with my boyfriend, right? So she had left my father, you know what I'm saying? During the course of my bid, you heard?
Okay.
So then at the time, my pops had got real sick.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And he had wrote me a letter telling me like, yo, I got a pacemaker. You know what I'm saying? I had a stroke. You know what I'm saying? He was young at the time. He was in his 40s. And he like, yo, you know what I'm saying? He like, yo, it's a lot going on, so I can't really be there for you. And that was kind of like my support system.
Yeah, hell
yes.
I
ain't gonna lie. He rode for me like I ain't violate, like I ain't never put no dirt on his name. You know what I'm saying? He was there. So that shit kind of took an edge off me. It's like, everything was fun and games in jail until this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was real. But everything is false. I was living. You know what I'm saying? I was in the middle.
Of course. Yeah, you're in the middle. You get caught up. I know how it is.
2009, 2010, I was knee deep in my bed. I was 4 years in already. I already accepted the fact I wasn't going home for a few more years. I was with everything. Whatever anybody wanted to do, we was going to do it.
You was living.
I didn't care. New chart. I didn't give a fuck about none of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know how that shit is. In a way, it's institutionalized, but it's not.
It's just a way of living, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. When you in there, it's a way of living. To somebody out here, they would look at you with that mind state and be like, yo, you crazy, you just trying to stay in jail. But that's the way that you adapt like that in order for you to survive naturally. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
So my mom tells me, yo, check it, right? I'm not going to be in contact with you for a while. So she the last person I'm in touch with. So I'm like, what you talking about? So she like, yo, my boyfriend don't want me writing you. So I'm like, huh? So she's like, yo, listen, right? He has a young son in the house, right? And the way that life is set up for me right now, I have to be there. And I don't want no problems. And he don't want anybody in jail right in his house. So I try to figure it out. But right now, my life is a mess. And I'm trying to figure. So I said, yo, you know what? I said, yo, Ma, listen, right? I don't want to mess the visit up. It sounds like this might be like the last time I'm going to see you for a while. I'm like, so let's just enjoy this little couple hours. It's night visits. It's only like 4-hour visits when you in S Block in the streets.
Yeah.
So we laugh, we joke, whatever. Tell her I love her, spin, boom. I don't hear from my mother again. You know what I'm saying? So I had, when I got the Auburn, the last money I got into my account from the streets at that time was on Rikers Island. They had gave out a little class action lawsuit for when they was stripping people that came back to the island on misdemeanors.
Right.
And when I came back, when the judge, remember they gave me a $20,000 bill on a misdemeanor.
Right.
So they sent me like a $1,400 check.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was in Auburn over there with Sherman the Worm, you know, I was downstairs and shit. They came to my cell, so I said, oh, but this was all I had. So I had to think. And I'm like, what I'm gonna do? So once I got a lay of the land and I got the yard porter spot, I ran down on niggas that was getting a bag that was suckers. I had 1,000 missiles. And I was on demon time. My weight was all the way up. And I was approaching niggas, man to man. Yo, fam, what's up? Yo, this nigga, no funny shit, he getting a trailer every, 43 days or 39 days or some shit.
Yeah, like this nigga living too good.
Nah, listen, he getting a trailer. You know what I'm saying? He running around, he a gangster on his courts, you heard? You know what I'm saying? He from somewhere around or he from somewhere, you heard? He running it up and I go on to him, your fam, what's up? What you getting your weed for? yo, I'm paying $100 for an ounce. All right, yo, listen, I'm gonna send you $150 an ounce. Every time you go down, well, you're gonna give me 2 ounces a week. When you come back. And I'm gonna give you $150 for each ounce. You're gonna make $50. That's the only thing I'm paying you, bro. Yo, I'm not doing your fam. If you don't do that, then you out of here. I'm gonna fuck your whole bit up.
Facts.
I'm gonna fuck your whole bit up.
Yeah.
You heard? I'm with whatever. You heard? I'm paying you, and I'm telling you that you're gonna have a friend. You heard? So can't nobody say nothing to you, even if you get into it with your niggas. It's worth it. You heard? I'm approaching niggas by myself. And I'm approaching niggas. I don't care at the time, nigga. I know, I'm not saying nothing to nobody around me, but
Yeah.
I know that I don't have no support system. I don't got no more bitches. I don't have no more nothing.
Yeah, you ain't got shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Nothing
I don't
going
see
on.
my kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't got nothing.
I can relate. Trust me, I know.
No funny shit. I know I got a date, but at this point in time, it don't feel like I'm going home, bro.
Yeah.
And you gotta remember, I'm in jail for some shit I ain't even do.
Yeah.
So
me too. I went to jail for something I ain't do.
You know what I'm
I can
saying?
relate.
So you
Trust
know
me.
that shit. So the weight of that shit on you every time.
Every day, every
that
time, some shit. Yeah.
It's the politics, and you know how it is when you got a name. The politics surround you. You heard? The only way to get to maintain a name is to always rise above the politics. You understand what I'm saying? In there. So automatically, it's everything.
So then what happens? What you?
Long story short, I did the 2 years in the box. Shout out to Lacey too.
How was that box time?
That box time was crazy. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I tell this to people, right? Mental health is real, right?
That's right. I was gonna ask about mental health.
This is real shit, right? At one point in time in my life, right? It was because you know when you go to the box, you got people that hang themselves to get out the box. Like if you do a suicide attempt, like now that you don't do that much time in the box no more out here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like updated now, they got all these laws and shit.
Yeah, all this new shit.
At the time, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing this is 2 years in the box. You know what I'm saying? 30 days downstairs with nothing, with just the soap. You heard, you know what I'm saying? Nigga skin peeling, or ashy. You understand what I'm saying? There's nothing. There's no lotion. There's no nothing.
Yeah.
Once you get to level 2, you got to do, I think, 60 days on level 2 or 90 days on level 2, right? I forgot how much it is at Southport, but I got to level 2. Then you get to buy cosmetics, deodorant, soap, you know what I'm saying? Toothpaste, you get stamps, boom. Now, only thing about Southport, when you get to level 3, they was giving candy bars on commissary at the time. They was the only jail that was doing it.
And they was getting phone calls, right?
They was, but the phone calls, we was getting 15 minutes every 60 days. You get one 15-minute phone call every 60 days, you heard. And you only get 2 trials on the phone. So they watch you dial the phone once, they don't pick up, boom. And mind you, this is when phone calls was kind of expensive at this time.
Yeah, back in,
You know what I'm saying? Global telling, them shits was still like $6, $7. You know what I'm saying? A phone call. I ain't have nobody to call. So I'm going to keep it 100. There's some real niggas though, right? Jaweed, the hat from, I think he was from Brooklyn or Queens, right? I think Brooklyn, though. Shout out to Jaweed. Jaweed was like, yo, Hat, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Yo, give me your numbers one day. And I'm like, for what? He like, give me your numbers. I gave him my numbers. And he pulled me down on the floor with his mother in him. Just to get out and eat some chicken and shit.
Yeah, chill.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Lace, the big hat, he was like, yo, you know what? We don't leave brothers like that. You in the box, you fucked up. Look, check it. I got 600 in my account. He like, I don't even want it back. He like, yo, send me your address. That nigga split his account in half and sent me $300. You understand what I'm saying? You know, I was bopping with him anyway. You know what I'm saying? But that's where I kind of rose amongst the ranks.
Yeah, I got
you. Know what I'm saying? When I got with Bo. You understand what I'm saying?
So when you came home?
So December, I went to Wendy for 4 months. And then I came home from Buffalo from Wendy. December 20th, 2013.
And you been home since?
No. No. I was home from December 20th, 2013 to March 2018. But in January of 2017, January, February, I went on a run. They threw me on the news with allegations of 2 attempted murders.
Okay.
Right. Said that I shot up a lounge. So I get all over the news. So they like, yo, turn yourself in, right? So I sat back and I contemplated. So I had a daughter August 21st, 2016. So at this time, my daughter's only 4 or 5 months. Right? I'm with my daughter every day. Boom. They throw me on the news. I'm low. Everybody like, what you gonna do? You gonna turn yourself in? I'm like, my baby mom's like, yo, turn yourself in. Everybody like, yo, some people like, yo, everybody, what you doing? So I'm like, with my experience, I turned myself in for a misdemeanor and went to jail for 8 years, you heard?
Yeah.
I ain't turning myself in again.
Yeah, like, fuck that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Based off experience, fuck that shit.
Yeah, you traumatized, man. That shit's,
you went
through that shit, yeah.
I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, fuck that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Once again, shout out Gunna, you know what I'm saying? That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? And he made a way, you know what I'm saying, for a nigga. Like, so, long story short, I got all the way out the way. I went upstate New York. You know what I'm saying? I went a couple hours away, and I ain't gonna lie, I had a legendary run. You know what I'm saying? I had a legendary run. I was blowing bags, I was in casinos, I was living.
So then what happened?
I got the feds came. I had my own crib. I heard my front door open. I was sleeping on the couch, and I heard my front door open. And when I looked, I thought, funny shit about it, I thought it was Gunna. And I looked, because he was supposed to be coming up, but I looked and I seen green suits coming in, green vests and shit. And I'm on the couch, I'm like, oh shit. And they can't see me yet, because they coming in, it's a staircase in my crib going up to the second floor. They gotta go around, because the door open. So they don't see me yet. So as soon as they see me, they go, hey, shit, get on the fucking floor. Grab me, take me off the couch, throw me across the coffee table. Boom, get the gun. Ain't no gun. But they running around saying I'm armed, I'm dangerous, I've been on the run for like 15 months or whatever the case may be for the 2 attempts. So they grab me and they take me directly to the Bronx. No pit stops. They grab me, they look at me, the feds is like, you got him and shit, guy? The Bronx Warrant Squad. They're like, yeah, the Bronx Warrant Squad takes me. 4-hour drive. Straight back to New York City.
And what happened with that?
I'm on, at the time I was on parole. So I knew I was gonna be in jail for a minute. So regardless of what, you know what I'm saying, I was on violent parole. I still owe 22 months, 22
So then what happened?
months. So they locked me up for the 2 attempts. They arraigned me. They tried to give me a quick offer for like 10, 15. And then they was like, yo, listen, your minimum is 20, your maximum is 50. Because I was already a felon.
Right.
So now they talking predicate numbers with me.
Okay.
So they like, yo, even take this 10. They thought I was gonna bite, because they like, yo, he already boom. So I'm like, nah, I'm not taking it. So my lawyer comes to me and tells me, yo, listen, right, they saying they gonna give me the video. I just need you to waive your rights, right? So I told the nigga, yo, I'll wait there for 2 days to get the video. I know they ain't gonna be ready, but I can't go home because I'm on parole. I ain't know no better at the time. I waived my rights. The district attorney extend the waiver even when I tell them not to, right? An extra 2 days, and they indict me on one of the attempted murders, right? So one of them drops, I get indicted on one of them. So when I get indicted on it now, they saying, yo, you waived your rights. So I'm like, nah. So me and my lawyer get into it, and he's telling me, yo, I emailed it to her. I got a copy of the email. So I asked the nigga for the email, and he give it to me. I don't know what to do with it, but he shows it to me in court, and I sticks up the court. I tells the nigga he not getting it back. He go to make a scene, the COs and shit come, I'm like, yo, my name on this. This is my paperwork, you heard? He not getting this back. This is my paperwork. Like, if y'all even try it, I'm gonna tell everybody to stick the cells up, you heard? We're gonna fuck up everybody's job today. Don't do it.
Yeah.
They leave me alone. So I go back and I run into, I go to the barbershop and I run into Uptown. I don't know if you know Uptown. He had the 78 to life. He from Harlem. He gave it back.
Probably.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I run into Uptown and he cut my head. And he like, yo, what's going on? I'm telling him. So he like, yo, listen, yo, the beginning of your journey is this. And he write down some legal shit, yo, 210.25 motion. So at the time, I only had, when I got locked up, I probably had like $10,000 or some shit like that to my name. And if you pay that for a lawyer, you ain't getting nothing worth it. So it was like, either I'm gonna do that or I'm gonna learn it myself. But the one thing I knew was I'm not doing 50 years in jail and I'm going to trial. I'm not taking anything. I'm not willingly putting myself back in jail. Never again. So I'm going to trial. So I called my bitch at the time, my girl, and I'm like, yo, I need you to do me a favor. I'm saying, I'm like, yo, shout out to Shannon. And I'm like, yo, you know, even though we on a little rocky road right now, but I'm like, yo, I need this dictionary. This shit costs like $500, but I need it. You know what I'm saying? The Black's Law Dictionary. She buys it. Boom, sends it. They tell me, yo, in the jail, you can't get a hardcover book. No hardcover book coming in the jail. I tell them, yo, I tell the dep, I say, yo, listen to me, right? If y'all don't let me fight my case, I will set an alarm off in every crib at the same time in this fucking building until y'all get the message. I'm going to the little library, I'm gonna fuck everybody jail up. Here, wherever you send me. So one of the captains, Captain Ramiro, she come, she give me the book, you heard? She like, I hope I'm making the right decision, you heard? At the time, I was out the system for so long. I ain't been on Rikers Island and none of that shit since 2006. They didn't know who I was, you heard?
Yeah.
So,
You're all brand new.
But they looking at the respect in the building. You understand what I'm saying? So they like, yo, who is, but no story short, I goes to the little library.
Yeah, let's get to the point. We gotta wrap it up.
All right. Let's go. My fault, Pete.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I goes to the little library. Long story short, up starts me. I guess everything they tells me to do. I teach myself the law. About 90 days, 120 days, man. Shout out to the civilians that went behind their backs. You know what I'm saying? It helped me. You know what I'm saying? But once I put myself on the journey, it was there. You know what I'm saying?
So then what happened?
I got it. I was going to go to trial, which I should have did. But my lawyer was playing with my past with me. He was like, yo, listen, you know, last time you went to jail for something you ain't do. You know what I'm saying? You know it's a possibility that you could go to jail. So I get in there now, and it was a different kind of respect now, because I was in jail, I was grown, I didn't want to be in jail.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had a life I had to get back to, and the one thing that I never did, right, this was important. Everybody always asks me, yo, how you did it, right? Because I did it 10 toes, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling, ain't no folding, ain't no none of that. I'm gonna get out of here, you heard? I know it's a way I could figure it out. And everybody say, yo, how you did it? And it's because I never let myself see myself in jail. I never once saw it in my head. So being that I never closed my eyes and saw me doing all that time, I was like, I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? I just had to figure out how.
Yeah.
So once I learned to shout out to all the niggas, man, the green eyes, to all the niggas that helped me with the law, bro. This was important. You heard? Vital taught me how to draw up motions, how to read law, interpret it. You know what I'm saying? And I went into the courtroom and I'm arguing with the judge, arguing with the judge. Yo, I walked in the courtroom, the judge like, yo, you can't talk. I got my lawyer scared to death of me. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, I found out some shit, a judicial law 487 charge, some shit you could file against a district attorney or a lawyer if they deceived the court. I told the nigga, once I got my hands on the email and I knew that he knew about the district attorney signing my right to it, I told him, if I go to jail, you go to jail. It's collusion, you know what I'm saying? I drew up a motion, I filed the motion, he blocked the motion on some ineffective assistance of counsel. We start beefing. He tries to get off the case. I don't let him off the case. You gonna stay in here now. The end result is my end result is your end result. You know? So when I go to court, they try to bar me from talking in court. And I start wilding in court. I got all the paperwork, man. I always tell people that's gonna be in the movie one day, you heard?
Yeah.
But I told the judge, I'm like, what are you talking about? I can't. Who? Article 17 of the United Declaration of Human Rights states that I could partake in my government. Every human got the right to speak. What you talking about? I want to speak on the record.
Yeah.
The judge said, yo, listen, I'm a fisherman. And when I fish, I hook him by the mouth. So be careful what you say in my courtroom, you hear me? And we went back and forth. At the end of it, he articulate. When it was all said and done, my lawyer came to me and said, yo, you got 10 months in jail right now. He like, yo, they offering you. I ain't seen my lawyer for 3 months. He was on trial. When I seen him again, he said, yo, they offering you a county bullet for the last count of your indictment. Criminal possession of a weapon in the 4th degree. You could take it, you could run it concurrent with your parole time right now, and you could go. I had also filed the writ of habeas corpus to release me off of my parole shit, right? So check it. They never sent me my whole discovery. They only sent me one lineup. I never saw the other lineup. I was negative ID'd on both lineups. they kept it away from me thinking I was gonna take time just because of my past. My lawyer was like, yo, what you wanna do? He was like, what you wanna do? You wanna chase, he said, what you wanna do? You wanna chase the money or you wanna go? I want to go, people.
Yeah, fuck that.
I ain't gonna lie, up north ain't nothing. I would go up there, lollygag around real quick.
Yeah.
So I took the 8 months time served. When I did that, I automatically defaulted my federal aid, you heard? And in January 2019, I went up to Comstock. And I was in Comstock. I got there, I was in downstate. I got to Comstock February. I stayed in Comstock from February to August. You heard? And right now, I've been home since.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
since what you been doing since you been home?
So right now, I'm getting back into the music. I was upstate, I was out the way for a minute. You know what I'm saying? When I had came home from the 8, I had took off running with the music. I got, you know what I'm saying, songs with Fred the Godson, Riots, you know what I'm saying, a couple people, I made a few rounds. But I stopped and went back into the streets, you heard? I started running around because I kind of felt like I wasn't right. So now I came home, I was running with it, I went upstate for a little while, I had to clear my mind. Now I'm back full force with it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm putting the EP together now.
Cool.
You heard? You know what I'm saying? Me in Miami, shout out to Miami. You know what I'm saying,
cool.
by the way. You know what I'm saying? So, but me and Miami been talking, you heard, putting some things together. So I'm doing that right now. So, you know.
So that's what you're working on your craft?
Yeah, that's what I'm working out. So, you know, it's...
That's good, man. Just keep focused, man, and stay home, man. That's what matters, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that shit, man. Sometimes, even if it takes to get a bullshit job just to stay out the way and all that, but fuck all that jail shit. That shit is old, man.
Yeah, nah, I'm out the way, man. I'm taking care of my kids.
Take care of your kids and all that shit and stay focused, work on your craft.
Nah, that's it.
You know what I'm saying? I want to ask you one last question. What do you think about prison reform?
I think that prison reform is great. You know what I'm saying? I think that the New York State Penitentiary is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I know what they doing with the boxes. And you know, a lot of dudes is coming home now because of the new laws they enacting, and it's great. You know what I'm saying? Prison reform is a must. It's a mandate. You understand what I'm saying? Better conditions. Nobody speaks on it. That's a good question that you asked.
Yeah, of course.
Because nobody talks on it. Ain't much really changed from then. They got tablets now. You understand what I'm saying? They a little bit more adapt with technology, but the lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? The mistreatment, you heard by the guards and everything else.
Well, that still exists.
All that exists at the highest levels. You understand what I'm saying? The corruption inside the system ain't really from the convicts. It is, but the highest level of corruption comes from the guards. You understand what I'm saying?
I got you. Yeah.
And they run it. That shit is a commonwealth place. So prison reform is something that's definitely needed. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Facts.
Just to be able to help with everybody that don't got no voice.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why we got Dog in the Yard, man. That's the voice. You know what I'm saying? Man. Yo, man, I want to thank Trap for coming through. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, man. You know what I mean? It was super legendary. We love it. Yeah, we love it. We love it. You're a good talker. You broke everything down. You know what I'm saying? So, I appreciate having you.
Yeah, nah,
you know
appreciate you. Appreciate the opportunity, man.
And keep doing your thing, man. Keep working on your craft and shit and stay out of fucking jail.
I
you know what I'm saying?
I will.
Fuck all that jail shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Work on your craft and fuck all that shit. Raise your kids. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that. You know what I mean? And with that being said, you already know it's your boy Pistol, Dog in the Yard. Yo, what up? You already know it's your boy Pistol Pete, man. Welcome back to that Dog in the Yard. Yo, Trap, appreciate you for coming through. Super legendary interview, man. Keep doing your thing, man. Stay focused, man. You already know it's your boy Pistol, Dog in the Yard.
Okay, federal rallies came again, they put the gang in chains again. Say that they still watching, but we opping, so we aim again. These niggas scared, running around talking about the ops again. The ambulance gon' call a helicopter if my chopper spin. Niggas playing Bishop, I put blood up in his hiccups. Catch me sliding on a Friday, have him hiding in the pickup. Okay, Trizzy going stupid, back a gun out, better shoot it. I was broke, home improvement, picked my tool up and I used it. It was murder for the music, I hope that you don't confuse it. I done came up in a place where niggas get rich to lose it. I've been stepping since a baby, my DNA from the 80s. Hit the club and move different. My bodyguard at 380.